themselves out. They just say, no, I won't buy your shit. I don't care about it. I would click it anyway out. So why is that a problem? Welcome, acolytes. Today I am reacting to YouTube's war on Adblocker got worse from Penguin Zero, most critical, aka Charlie. Now, I actually understand this point. And yes, my avatar sadly still does not, because I didn't have any time today. So it is what it is. But let's just see it as it is. The war on YouTube against ad blockers. Actually, a friend pointed this out. Yeah, half German, half English. No kurde. Yes, and even a bit of Polish. Let's just say it like that. No, but a friend of me pointed it out. I personally use YouTube Premium just because I like it. I won't justify it. But also I use ad blockers. How do I use that? Because I find them particularly good, and the internet just isn't usable if you don't use them. Now, just get this point here. IGN, let's just use this. IGN Germany. Because yes, I look it in, and just look at this. Already the first ad. The second is loading in, the next one, the next one, and 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 the next one. You get my gist. This is freaking unsustainable. My freaking computer actually doesn't get anything done just because those fuckers want to use ads. So if you use ad blocker, even if it's my stuff, I don't care. Do it. Or of course, I cannot say that you should do it. I mean, I can't stop you. And I won't. But the beginning is just so you know my point of it. If you're actually just looking for that, that's it. But let's just see what Charlie has to say about it. Maybe he has the same thing. If not, then, well, let's talk about it.
YouTube loves ads more than P. Diddy loves baby oil. They have made
good start.
So many decisions that all revolve around feeding people as many ads as possible in as many ways as possible.
Yeah, and by the way, I remember the time where it was only 5 seconds for one ad. Then came 2 ads, aka 5 seconds. Then you can skip it. And the moment I actually started it, I just made a new account, tried it. The first freaking ad was unskippable for 40 fucking seconds. That's unacceptable.
I'm sure all of you saw a few days ago they announced that they're officially fully rolling out the ad.
YouTube now officially allowed advertisers to display ads while videos are paused. I didn't even know that. Okay, let's just
experience while a video is paused. So now when you pardon my phlegm, I had to go take care of business there. So now when you pause a video, you can be served an ad. They call it the pause experience.
Fuck yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean the pause experience. I'm gonna be honest, this is so shit. The video platform Tube does commercials pause experience, but all viewers are experiencing it annoying. And of course it's annoying. Let's just start with this. If I pause a video, I'm going to the toilet, okay. But there are those videos where I'm learning something, where I just want to pause, look at something up, or just want to repeat just looking at it and just make a screenshot or something like that. And if I'm gonna get an ad for that, this is just one of the stupidest, disgustingly, just dumb things to do. Why would you do that? That's just, I understand, by the way. I understand that YouTube needs ads. It is always a war between ad blocker and YouTube, and it always will be. But YouTube needs ads to run. If you take ads out of the equation, YouTube goes bankrupt and we won't have YouTube. I understand that, but this is way too far. You're actually saying you're doing the exact same mistake as Twitch did. You're going in, saying, no, we're gonna do more ads, and people just go like, yeah, that's not worth it. Fuck this. And the freaking content creators will suffer under it. Bollocks.
I love that nomenclature. That is so fucking silly. This is the pause experience, which is why we're serving you a Dunkin' Donuts ad. But I'm not here just to focus on YouTube's abundance of ads. I'm here to talk about its war on ad blockers. This is something that's been going on for a while now.
And it will go on. Because the war is simple. It's just outperforming each other. And by the way, there are ad blockers that actually still work. I won't mention them here because I don't want to get freaking flagged. But there are some that actually work, even without YouTube counteracting it, because there is something where YouTube just can say, okay, if you have an ad blocker, we won't show you anything. That's bad.
There's been tons of mangled corpses left out in the street from this battle, and now there's been a new casualty. Me. So, I have noticed over the last few days, and I know I'm not alone, that YouTube has done a lot more to beef up its protocol against ad blockers.
Okay, yeah, I heard that, and I also seen this with the 40-second thing. Yeah.
When I've been trying to watch videos on my account that is not a premium subscriber, I've been getting this notice. Video player will be blocked after one video. It looks like you may be using an ad blocker. Video playback will be blocked unless YouTube is allow listed or ad blocker is disabled. Ads allow YouTube to be used by billions worldwide. You can go ad-free with premium, and creators can still get paid from your subscription. YouTube lets you get 3 free samples in there with your ad block still enabled.
Yeah, and by the way, yes, I don't even disagree with this one. Because yes, it's fine, and YouTube has to survive on it. But even logically thinking, people who actually use ad blocker, they will use an ad blocker that actually just dodges that. And there are ad blockers that actually work. So yes, you just have to go extra steps. But even if most people just don't know that, and they will just say, okay, I'm not watching YouTube. Or the creator. That's fucked up.
But they hate ad block. They hate that more than P. Diddy hates security cameras. So they give you these 3, but once you finish your rations, they shut you down. They put the kibosh on that. They give you this. Ad blockers violate YouTube's terms of service, and then it's the same bullet point list there, and then you can't watch any videos going forward unless you disable it or pay for YouTube Premium. Now, this isn't new. And I remember this.
By the way, the argument of this influences creators is such bullshit, because most creators are actually fine with that. It won't affect the bottom line that highly, from what I know, by the way, so there's that. But I mean, it's purely selfish, and if it's selfish, it's fine, just say it. At least just say it.
This rolled out like a year ago as kind of a soft launch where some users experienced this, but not all users.
Really?
And uBlock Origin was able to get around this no problem. Now, I wasn't using uBlock Origin. I had this happen briefly a year ago, or maybe it wasn't a year ago. Time moves so differently when you hit 30. It's like entering into a fucking black hole. Everything's all cattywampus when it comes to the perception of time. But whenever it was, months ago, I had this happen occasionally for like a day or so, just using normal ad block, and then it went away. I'm guessing that it was just an experiment and they decided just to put it back in the fucking shoebox or whatever. But now we're back at the rodeo, and this has been going on for 4 days for me. So I decided, let's see if uBlock Origin works. So I grabbed uBlock Origin, and sure enough, it gets around this, no problem. But I can't help but...
Yes, this was, by the way, the ad blocker I meant.
Wonder, how long will it last? Because YouTube is constantly trying new ways of feeding you ads and breaking ad blockers. Like, they clearly villainize it.
Clearly, and it's just a race. It won't ever be no race.
Very obvious. They're not pulling any punches. They're not trying to hide or anything. They are saying, if you use an ad blocker, it's against our terms of service. They
basically just vilify it,
So, the fact that uBlock works is probably something they're not overly thrilled about. And I remember a few months ago, Mudahar made a video about how YouTube is experimenting with server-side ad injections. So like they are constantly trying to innovate in ways to blast your ass with ads. And right now uBlock is able to put like a shield on your butt cheeks to stop this from happening, but will it always work with getting around YouTube's ads?
Probably not, by the way. I think it still would be a race, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
I have no clue. I'm way too fucking stupid to have the answer to that question. Why are you even asking me? I struggle to remember how to do long division sometimes. Clearly, I wouldn't have the answer to this one. But I do think YouTube is probably having like an entire dedicated fish tank all focused on brainstorming how to break
Probably, yeah.
uBlock Origin and every other ad block to force people into either paying for YouTube Premium or allowing ads on the site. What I do know for sure is that the internet itself is unusable without an ad blocker. Period.
Yep,
Full stop.
true.
I'm not being exaggeratory. It is literally not possible to use the internet without an ad block.
Yep.
Go to any mainstream journalist
Yeah,
website, try and read it.
As I actually showed before, IGN, just go there, or I don't know, use some newsletter or something like that. You get ad for ad for ad. It's just disgusting.
Without an ad blocker, you will find maybe 2 sentences that are broken up by 5 ads,
Yep.
an auto-playing ad, a banner ad, audio ads that play in the background.
Yep.
You can't get any of
Yeah, and then there are some ads for a video they made or an article that plays the ads for something different. And then you get ads on top of ads. And then those ads get ads. And sometimes there is an ad that's an ad in an ad in an ad. It's just disgusting.
the content.
And those are, by the way, Newsworks or just normal media that they just post it non-stop. And it goes for the resources on your PC. And people are accepting it. Why? Because it doesn't interrupt their articles. You just scroll a bit down. It takes less than 5 seconds. But I personally find it way more disgusting than what YouTube does. Because YouTube, at least, or it was like that you could just click it away after 10 seconds. Fair enough. And I mean, even if you have people with ad blocker that are there and they filter themselves out. They just say, no, I won't buy your shit. I don't care about it. I would click it anyway out. So why is that a problem? Those people are actually doing something good for you. They're saying, no, I won't get into it anyway, so I'm just deleting myself out of it. That's good.
On the internet anymore without an ad block. It doesn't exist. The ads are the content. Like that is
Yep,
the internet
sadly.
now. It's fucking tragic. And YouTube is bad without an ad block because unskippable ads out the wazoo, ads that play even when you pause a video now, like it's excessive. I know I already made a video on this topic like 6 months ago about how the internet doesn't function without an ad block anymore, but it
Okay,
needs to be
didn't see
driven
that.
home just how bad of an experience that is. It's not even an experience. At that point, the only experience you're getting is like brainwashing. It's like the ads are used as a form of hypnotism against those that traverse the cyberspace without protection. Like if you don't
Yep.
have the ad block condom on, you're fucked. Like you're walking away with the worst diseases imaginable. It's awful. It cannot be
Yep,
overstated
it is.
how
I
awful
agree with
using
you.
the internet without an ad block is. So when it comes to YouTube in particular, it's not as easy as just like oh, okay, I guess I'll go ahead and turn off my ad block. It's not that big of a deal.
No,
It is
no,
a
no, no. Right now, it's way a bigger deal. It's unacceptable.
big deal. Because then if you're trying to watch like a 10-minute video,
Yep.
that'll turn into like a 20-minute experience because it'll be 10 minutes of trying to watch that video with 10 minutes of ads like slapped on top of it. That's exaggeratory. I know it's not to that extreme, but it is a much, much worse experience. And it's not like getting YouTube Premium is free or anything. That's 14 clams a month. That's an
Yep.
expensive subscription,
True.
especially when everything in the world is subscription based.
As I said, I myself find it okay because I basically only consume YouTube. So for me personally, I am okay with that. I prefer subscription-based things, not to the extent that they are right now, but I prefer that if somebody says, okay, you subscribe for this and you get this, that's fine. But it's also very expensive, like it's not cheap. But I also consume YouTube all the time, so I'm okay with that.
Now, fucking subscription-based oxygen access at this
Oh.
point. Like,
Accident. That would make money though.
everything is subscription-based, so it's $14 on top of whatever other things you subscribe.
And by the way, no, not everything is subscription based. Free to play, by the way. Just saying. And I still will say this. Do you prefer a subscription based game or a free to play? Both sides have their positives and negatives. But I personally prefer something that's subscription based and gets updated all the time than something that's free, but it has like all those traps. And don't get me wrong, because I do not, for fuck's sake, I do not agree on subscription based stuff that could be one-time buy and you just have it, like programs or most programs, like games, like, I don't know, bread. Let's just say bread. Because at the end of the day, some things are made to be made and then it's just yours. And some things like YouTube, like let's just say World of Warcraft, those things are made that they get constantly updated. People are working on it. They have to provide for you. That's fine to me. But something like Unreal Engine 5, fuck you, buy it once, you have it, it's done. Thank you. No subscription based.
Subscribe to. It's not a low amount of money by any means at all. And
Yeah, it's not.
YouTube without an ad block is just kind of dog shit. It really is.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be fed a ton of ads that they can't skip, they have no control over, and you can't escape from them. You can't even pause a video and be safe from the ads. They'll come through and fucking jump scare you, even on the pause screen now. So it's not like a super simple thing to just be like, I'll go ahead and allow it. One tactic I've seen used a lot when it comes to this, the spin that gets put on it occasionally, is if you use an ad block, you're taking money away from the creators. By turning your ad block off, you're supporting
not as
them,
much as
you're
they
able
think.
to help them get more money from the content.
I mean, yes, to a certain degree, yes. But as I said, I see it more or less just like if the user uses an ad blocker, he just won't watch probably your video just because of the ads. So you're losing anyway.
They create. And the thing is, I think the majority of creators on the platform really don't give a shit about that. I've seen most of them say like, hey, you need to have an ad block. Like, I think most creators are very well aware that a user having a positive experience while watching their content is more important than that user giving them a couple extra doubloons because they got fed 12 ads. If someone's trying to watch your video and it becomes like a headache, they're probably not going to come back. And that's much worse for the creator. So I don't think that it's necessarily the most creator positive thing in the world to turn your ad block to watch every ad and everything like that. And I don't think there's many creators that push for that either. Now, I'm stupid, but I'm not too stupid to understand the importance of ads. It's what puts money in the pockets of YouTube. That's
correct. That's the problem. That's the problem I have. I just have to duel it. Because on the one hand, I hate it, but on the other, I understand that if YouTube doesn't do ads, it dies. Simple as that.
What allows it to exist, and it is what creators make the bulk of their revenue from. Like, I get how important ads are, but what I would do, instead of focusing on finding new ways of making intrusive ads to ruin the user experience, I would instead focus on just having everything be as user-friendly as possible. I don't think there's a single person in the world that has a problem with skippable ads. You just get a few seconds of an ad, and if it's a good ad, you might stick around and finish it and see what it's actually advertising, but a lot of people aren't interested, so they'll skip it. And having it be unskippable doesn't necessarily help the product. If someone already is tuned out, doesn't care about it, and now they're annoyed because they can't skip it, they're not going to be getting that fucking product. At least, I don't think so. And a lot of them are just going to click out of the video anyway because now it's become a chore to even get to the video.
Correct. Because you have to still remember, YouTube is still a luxury article. If it doesn't give you the luxury you want, you're just going to skip it.
Twitch is the biggest culprit of that phenomenon, where if you're watching a stream and you get fed like 5 30-second ads in the middle of the broadcast, most people leave the stream or get up and go do something while the ads are playing. They're not even watching the ad. So your marketing push has failed. Like, I don't think it's effective to do that. I think the most effective ads are the skippable ones. If you could hook someone, man, I'm having voice cracks and like fucking congestion here. I'm finally feeling better from COVID a little bit, but man, I still sound like I'm hitting a new puberty. But skippable ads, you can get someone's attention in a short period of time. If you have like a banger ad or if your product's a banger, like you can get someone to actually sit through an ad if it's entertaining and advertising something that they might be interested in. But you could always just give them the option to skip it for those that aren't interested. I don't think there's any benefit to someone that's not interested sitting through your whole ad anyway.
Correct.
I don't think so, and skippable ads are just the best.
Yeah, and if I just don't have any interest in the product, I don't give a fuck about the ad. I can see the entire ad and I won't still have any freaking interest in it.
For users. Like, it's not close. Pausing a video and getting served an ad, I don't think anyone will ever positively engage with an ad that's served that way. I can't imagine a world where someone pauses a video, gets served a Dunkin' Donuts ad, and they're like, you know what? They're right. I need to order some Dunkin' right now. Like, I imagine a lot of... I imagine a lot of people will get served an ad like that and be like, man, fuck Dunkin' Donuts. Like, it's just... I don't think these are effective ad placements in the...
No, the ad placements aren't effective, no, but I would say that ads are still effective. If you get the right person to it, it's fine. But if you don't get, like, if you get the incorrect person, don't annoy that person. Just don't, I think, annoy that person.
Place.
Come
like,
on.
I don't think it helps advertisers, and it's an overall detriment to the user experience of the platform. So, yeah, I think ad blocks are crucial to the internet in the modern age.
Now, yes.
And YouTube waging war against them and doing their best to shut that shit down, I think is horrible. Anyway, though, that's about it. See ya.
Yep. I agree with him on most points. I mean, Charlie is a smart guy, except for that one Sneeko thing, like he got wrecked there. But as it is, acolytes, good night.